Hi, I'm Dr. Karen January, and I'd like to welcome you to my podcast, LMNTM, Lessons Mama Never Taught Me. Hi, I'm Dr. Karen January, author of LMNTM, and I'd like to welcome you to my podcast today. I want to talk about a few things that we need to discuss between young girls and women. Mother and daughter relationships are so important. You want to have that open and honest dialogue with them. You want to be able to have that trust. You want them to be able to come to you and not have secrets. And of course, not be afraid to talk to you about anything. And in order to do that, mothers, we have to be observant and be tuned in to our daughters. And sometimes we're so busy, we're more tuned out than we are tuned in. So what we can do is listen to your inner voice. That is the voice without any reason. I know a lot of you sometimes have had that strong feeling where it was so powerful, it just took you over. And you said, I've got to follow it. That thought is making me do what I need to do. Well, that is your intuition. And always follow that, because it will let you know it will reveal to you really that your daughter may be in trouble or having some difficulties, and then you'll be able to help her. So it's best to listen to your intuition, because it's going to help you when you need to make those snap judgments and decisions when you need to make them quickly. And also, in talking to your daughters and keeping that open and honest dialogue, we need to talk to them about people that may misuse them for their sexual pleasures. And these are called predators. And you need to give them the proper term. They're called pedophiles. And we need to be having safe talks with them about the internet, because that's their playground. This is where they do their dirty work, and this is where they lure these young girls in. Pedophiles fantasize about young girls sexually, and they may actually follow through with having sex with that child. So when your child is on the internet, make sure you are monitoring where they are and what they're doing. Let them know that these men, they pretend to be teens or children, and they lure them in by gaining their trust. And young girls, if you let them think that they are adult and grown up, they're going to listen to that man, because he's going to have her tell her, I'm going to give you material things, I'm going to do this for you. He's going to be her friend, and he's going to gain her trust. And talking to our girls and keeping that open and honest dialogue about trust, we need to specifically talk to them about the sacredness and privacy of their body. We need to let them know that the body is a temple. And what makes that so? Well, they need to know that they have and hold the seeds to creating another human being. They are a miracle for, providing, another child into the world. Let them know that they're going to be young boys that are going to be coming to them, knocking on their door, trying to get in their house. Let them know that their house is special, and they do not have to let anyone in there that they don't want to. So, not only that, why is it that some mothers are unable to talk to their daughters about sex? We need to talk to them about taboo subjects. We can no longer put these things under the rug and not address and talk to them. We need to, as early as 6 years old, start talking to your daughters about sex. We need to let them know, again, that their bodies are sacred, and they need to know the different parts of their body, and they need to be aware of what's going on, because there's going to be plenty of people out here in the world telling them things that may not be true. You want to be that first in line to let them know what the truth is. And there are different kinds of mothers. I understand that, parenting styles. There are some mothers who feel like they're too embarrassed to discuss these things with their daughters, and that's understandable, but then they need to try to get someone else then that can do that. There are also mothers who feel like, well, my mother didn't teach me, so she can just find out on her own on what has to be done. So there are different types of parenting styles, but basically we need to let them know what's going on. Now, the worst thing, a mother's nightmare, is having her daughter come to her and tell her that she has been sexually molested. and the warning signs are there. So, when your daughter, if she should ever come to you with that information, should you believe them if they tell you? Especially if you find out it was someone, a trusted friend or a family member, what do you do? Well, you definitely believe the child, what they have to say, and then you do your own investigation. Don't ever tell a child, well, I don't believe you, you're lying, you're making this up. And that happens so often in many families because they're figuring, well, this is, Uncle Joe, this is, my brother Ed, you can't be telling the truth. This is a lie. But believe first and then investigate. The warning signs are there. So you should know when your daughter is out of sync. You will see that she may be withdrawn. She may be depressed. There are signs that will show that there's something going on, and that's why we go back to that. Listen to your gut feeling. It will be strong, and it will tell you what's going on with your daughter. So these are just a few tips that I wanted to share with you, and I thank you for joining me in my podcast today. Thank you for tuning in today. Please subscribe to my channel to see my next episode. Until then, love and peace.